It's post-match Pint, it's Dodds. I feel like I've been on a roller coaster. I feel like I've queued up for Nemesis. I've been tick all the way up to the top. I've had the ups, the downs. I've been thrown left, I've been thrown right. It is Arsenal 1, Liverpool 1. Stu Wright, I think that these are the two best teams in the country. There could be a third best team in the country who will be absolutely delighted by this result. Arsenal get a point, Liverpool get a point. It's the best thing Manchester City could have hoped for in the big picture before we get into the game.
Yeah, I think, it's really important to say, actually, that I think that's probably the best Arsenal team I've seen at Liverpool for 20 years. And I also think that, when you go back 20 years to that Arsenal team in the pomp with Vieira and Perez and all that, they were a monstrous team. But I didn't think shape-wise and discipline-wise they had to be all that, because they were just so dominant. I mean, it was a different time. It was different, almost like a different game, different sport at the time. But I think that's one of the best Arsenal teams I've seen in a long, long time, and they will be challenging for the title. So I think for Liverpool to be at this stage of affairs in their own development, we're just watching this.
The Trent thing again back, yeah. Go on, keep going. Because I'll come on to that next thing.
I think for Liverpool to be competing and to play as well as they have done, and arguably, we could have and should have won the game there if Trent doesn't hit the bar. For Liverpool to be at this stage of competing and rattling Arsenal the way we have done, and to come back from a goal down as well, it says an awful lot for where this team is headed. Maybe not where it is right now, but where it is headed.
First half felt like 50-50, pretty much. They get the early one from the set piece. They're able to then play a little bit more reactively. Then we go 1-1, almost from nothing, you know what I mean? It's brilliant from Trent and brilliant from Salah.
Yeah, amazing.
Second half, we nearly get in the first 8 minutes 3 times. We then nearly get in the next 10 another 2 times. Then we get in, and he's in. And to me, it's the turning point. And one of the reasons why it's the turning point, Paul, is I think there's a thing where when you're playing footy, when you're watching footy, you spend at times 5 minutes, 10 minutes going, we're going to concede, we're going to concede, we're going to concede, we're going to concede, and then something like that happens, or a goal's chalked off because of a spurious VAR or something, and you go, it's almost like the worst things happened, but it hasn't hit the scoreboard. It hasn't hit the scoreboard, and the extent to which I just feel that's such a turning point for the momentum of the whole game. Arsenal, I thought, are then great from about 75 to 90. I thought they were back great then, they were on top, they were the better side, but Liverpool should win the game between 45 and the moment Trent hits the bar.
Yeah, and as you say, there were a number of occasions where either a better pass or a better choice in that last third.
Just a better touch.
Yeah, even that. And then you get that gilt-edged opportunity, which you really think, I mean, I walked in here and I said to Stu, I was in the gods in the main stand today, and you're obviously willing just to, for me, just more about precision there, just pick a spot and put it in the corner. And I know it's the easiest here to say, but that chance comes along, and as you say, after that, it gave Arsenal the boost, because between, as you say, 75 to 90, they did feel like it was them who were going to, maybe create the opportunity.
Pendulum just swung right back to them.
Didn't it? And I say that was the turning point. And even at the ground, I turned around to Josh and said, has he got to score? I know it's easy to say that, but you think if he slots that, we go on and win that game. And as you say, it was a critical moment.
It's the whole opportunity as well. They are 4-on-1. Now, Wright does ever so well just to hold them up, put a little bit of doubt. And as I say, Wright's last 20 especially, thought he was exceptional. But nonetheless, the 4-on-1. So, for me, it isn't just. I mean, it's mostly that Trent should score. Let me be clear, because it is put on a plate for him. But it's not just that Trent should score. He can come back one. He can take a touch. They can stand back up. Salah could go earlier. You're 4-on-1. How often in a game of that magnitude, when it's level, how often do you end up 4-on-1? It doesn't happen.
And as it broke, it was funny because I had that vision back to the one the other year when someone missed the header on the halfway line and Mo was clean through from there. And although it wasn't, it was 4-on-1. It was that almost very much a repetition of that. And it was like then again, as Mo's got it, you think pick the right pass, and I thought he did. As you say, Rice does really well. Pick the right pass, Mo. He does. He rolls it into his path. And again, I think if he was sat here now, Trent, he'd say, "I'm gutted I didn't score," because you know what I mean. So it's one of those.
Well, I was worried they were going to go and counter and go the other way, because about 4 of ours acted like they just lost the game. And I was thinking to myself, lads, the ball's still live here.
It was live,
And Trent, I can sort of. Trent was almost in the cop apologising to the front row. It was, it was so much one of them. And listen, he's been brilliant recently. Loads of sympathy for him. Everyone can miss from time to time.
100%.
In a way, I'm just pleased it wasn't Darwin. Frankly, if not, we all know that the conversation what we'd be having is. But Stu, it is that big a moment. It is, in games of this magnitude, and we've been lucky enough to be involved in so many. We're involved in them down the years. When you get the gilt-edged chance, And as I say, I think they had chances for gilt-edged chances before then, to be clear. But when you get the gilt-edged chance, you've got to stick it in the back of the net.
YouTube, press the button, become a member of the Anfield Wrap from the heart of the city of Liverpool. The best way to enjoy all your Liverpool-based videos, everything you need, every single day. It is the Anfield Wrap.